Ships at a distance have every man's wish on board. For some, they come in with the tide. For others, they sail forever on the horizon, never out of sight, never landing until the watcher turns his eyes away in resignation. His dreams mocked to death by time. That is the life of men. Now, women forget all those things they don't want to remember, and remember everything they don't want to forget. The dream is the truth. Then they act and do things accordingly. So the beginning of this was a woman, and she had come back from burying the dead. Not the dead of sick and ailing with friends at the pillow and the feast. She had come back from the sodden and the bloated, the sudden dead, their eyes flung wide open in judgment. The people all saw her come because it was sundown. The sun was gone, but he had left his footprints in the sky. It was the time for sitting on porches beside the road. It was the time to hear things and talk. These sitters had been tongueless, earless, eyeless conveniences all day long. Mules and other brutes had occupied their skins. But now, the sun and the boss man were gone, so the skins felt powerful and human. They became lords of sounds and lesser things. They passed nations through their mouths. They sat in judgment. Seeing the woman as she was made them remember the envy they had stored up from other times. So they chewed up the back parts of their minds and swallowed with relish. They made burning statements with questions and killing tools out of laughs. It was mass cruelty, a mood come alive, words walking without masters, walking all together like harmony in a song. What's she doing coming back here in them overalls? Can't she find no dress to put on? Where's that blue satin dress she left here in? Where all that money her husband took and died and left her? What that 40-year-old woman doing with her hair swinging down her back like some young gal? Where she left that young lad of a boy she went off here with? Thought she was going to marry. Where he left her? What he done with all her money? Betcha he off with some gal so young she ain't got no hairs. Why she don't stay in her class? When she got to where they were, she turned her face on the Vanderlog and spoke. They scrambled a noisy, "Good evening," and left their mouths setting open and their ears full of hope. Her speech was pleasant enough, but she kept walking straight on to her gate. The porch couldn't talk for looking. The men noticed her firm buttocks like she had grapefruits in her hip pockets, a great rope of black hair swinging to her waist and unraveling in the wind like a plume. Then her pugnacious breast trying to bore holes in her shirt. They, the men, were saving with the mind that they lost with the eye. The women took the faded shirt and muddy overalls and laid them away from remembrance. It was a weapon against her strength, and if it turned out of no significance, still it was a hope that she might fall to their level some day. But nobody moved. Nobody spoke. Nobody even thought to swallow spit until after her gate slammed behind her. Pearlstone opened her mouth and laughed, a real hard laugh, because she didn't know what else to do. She fell all over Miss Sumpkins while she laughed. Miss Sumpkins snorted violently and sucked her